and he was the biggest eater of osobuco ever in my house.
What's going on with Rachael Ray? The internet claims that she's suffering from some kind of mysterious illness. Now, the woman who built her brand as a TV chef is stepping out of the kitchen and starting a podcast. Is Rachael trying to hide something? Does she need more money? The truth is finally coming out, and it's honestly unbelievable. People got an exclusive interview with Rachael in October 2024, referring to her as a 56-year-old celebrity cook and TV host. They also confirmed a low point for Rachael in May 2023. After 17 seasons, The Rachael Ray Show ended. Even though Rachael always tries to sound bubbly, she dropped a bombshell to people last January that she's not really good with downtime. Rachael said she loves to work. She repeated, "I love it." She needs to keep her brain very active, and she doesn't like being idle. The New York Post had also announced Rachael's podcast. They pointedly called it Raw and mentioned her health concerns, although the Post didn't know the half of it yet. A week later, Rachael dropped a new and scarier health bombshell. People reported that Rachael confessed on the first episode of her podcast. Rachael's guest was Jenny Mullen. Maybe she forgot she was only talking to Jenny. Rachael admitted that she couldn't do chores around her house at the moment. Then she shockingly revealed why. She claimed that she really likes chores and what people consider physical work or physical labor, like carrying in the wood for the fireplace. But Rachael is laid up right now, and you might not believe what she said. She confessed to Jenny that she'd had a couple of bad falls in the last couple of weeks. That's why she couldn't do physical work for a while. When People published the exclusive interview with Rachael earlier in the month, she said her podcast would focus on drive, resilience, and how we face life's challenges. She also claimed that no topic was off limits. She proved that for sure. Her first podcast aired on October 22nd, but People reported that it was likely recorded in advance. They also wrote that Rachael was in good spirits on October 18th. Rachael appeared at the Food Network, a wine and food festival in New York City on the 18th. She holds her Burger Bash event there every year. As the event's host, Rachael helped announce the winner of the annual burger competition. People mentioned that Rachael's husband, John Cusimano, joined her on stage. This is where it gets crazier. Rachael dropped another raw bombshell on her first episode. This time, it involved her husband. People reported that Rachael doesn't believe in avoiding conflict with anyone. That was a polite way of saying that Rachael doesn't hold back her rage. Hopefully, we never get on the wrong side of her kitchen island. People continued to put it nicely, writing that Rachael opened up about how she and her longtime husband resolve arguments. You wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall at their place. Rachael claimed it's very hard for her to just calm it down. She described herself as creative, but also hot-tempered and loud, and apparently that whole opposites attract thing doesn't describe her and John. Rachael said that she doesn't trust people that are too quiet. Then she dropped the bombshell, saying that she and John wouldn't ever calm it down. It sounds unbelievable, but Rachael confessed that she and John have huge screaming matches all the time. That sounds like a nightmare, but Rachael thinks it's healthy. We already knew that Rachael is bad with downtime, but she also revealed that too much quiet freaks her out. Then she said what she prefers. Rachael would rather you tell her exactly what you think when you think it. She said, "Let's just get it all out there." Is she seriously talking about constant screaming matches? Rachael might be losing it, especially when she admitted that she doesn't think she and John ever apologized to each other. Jenny asked Rachael, who apologizes first? And Rachael couldn't answer. Rachael claimed that eventually she pats him on his tush or John kisses her on the head. Rachael added, that's just sort of it. Although her podcast doesn't sound like it's for the faint of heart, Rachael dished fun facts about her first impressions of John before they married in 2005. Rachael said that John had no idea what she did when she first met him. She certainly didn't sound interested in him either, because Rachael admitted, "I thought he was gay." Even though John didn't realize who he was talking to, Rachael said he went on about cooking and what he made for dinner the night before. Rachael said that it was so impressive that John knew what tilapia was, and he could make homemade tomatillo salsa. John also told her that he was a lawyer. Shockingly, Rachael thought to herself, there's no way this guy is straight. In the middle of her first dinner with John, Rachael admitted that she began hatching plans to set him up with a friend. This is where it gets awkward. Rachael said she began describing her friend to John, including that her friend is a great guy. Imagine what John must have thought when he heard that. Rachael confessed that he told her, "I'm not gay." She got through it by joking, "Check, please." Before her TV show ended, Rachael told People that she and John have always balanced each other out. She said that they have always been very practical, and that side of them comes from John being a lawyer and Rachael running the kitchen and being domestic. They always made to-do lists of things that must be accomplished every day. Rachael claimed that they always do whatever work is necessary, but they both have volatile personalities. Admitting to having volatile personalities is another nice way of saying they scream at each other. But is screaming even possible for Rachael right now? In September, fans were concerned about her health during a strange cooking video. She posted an Instagram clip from Rachael Ray in Tuscany. Rachael told a sweet story about cooking a special meal for her late friend, the legendary singer Tony Bennett. She remembered Tony as she cooked his favorite dish, and Rachael confessed a scary moment when Tony and his wife came over for dinner, and he took a slip and fell on her kitchen floor. The meal Rachael was cooking looked delicious, and thankfully, her story about Tony ended well. He got up and was just fine. But the problem was that Rachael didn't sound fine in this video. The video was so strange and uncomfortable to watch that it made headlines. The post sounded concerned for Rachael's health, but they still threw shade. According to the post, Rachael's fans were too distracted by how she spoke in the video to care about her Tony Bennett story. A fan online commented, "Wait, what's going on with Rachael Ray?" Someone else wrote about being seriously concerned for her and that they love Rachael but wondered if she was okay. Another fan was more mean-spirited, joking, "Is she slurring or am I slurring?" Rachael did have fans come to her defense, commenting that she's aging like the rest of us and speculating if Rachael is on medication for a medical condition. Maybe Rachael will break down and reveal what's up on her new podcast. The post confirmed that she still hasn't addressed her controversial video on social media, and the outlet even accused Rachael of ignoring the concerns of her fans in her follow-up video for a new paella recipe. But the post did admit that Rachael has faced health rumors before. In 2008, her fans freaked out when somebody spread a rumor that she had throat cancer. Although Rachael recently said that she doesn't like keeping it quiet, she never spoke up about those rumors either. Her rep said that Rachael was the picture of health, but that wasn't quite true. Rachael had to undergo minor surgery to remove a benign cyst on her vocal cord. It was an in-and-out procedure, and it never affected the Rachael Ray Show or her Food Network program. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Do you think Rachael is okay? Let me know in the comments below.